What's good, everybody? It's your boy Nick Ruiz back with another video, and today I want to go over what I would do in the NBA 2K21 My Career storyline, okay? You see, I honestly believe that My Career shouldn't be the main focus of 2K anymore. I actually think we should have purchasable badges, to be honest. Because the way I see it, My Career badge and overall grinding is not the wave anymore, okay? We've been grinding badges on My Career since 2K14 on next gen. It is now 2K20 on current gen, meaning we've been doing this for the last couple years. Now, I honestly believe that 2K should bring back purchasable badges, or maybe you have to get the bronze badge and then you can purchase your way up to the max level. But I really don't think they'll do that, considering they want to make so much more money. But, with that being said, if 2K really wants us to play My Career, even on next-gen consoles, which again, I don't think should happen, I'm going to show you guys in this video what I would do and how I would make the My Career storyline actually relatable and fun again, okay? The key word there was relatable. Ever since NBA 2K18, y'all remember that 2K, the worst 2K we've ever experienced. Remember, that's when the My Career storyline started to become poop. And by the way, I'm sorry for all my young people or people who just started getting to 2K this year or last year. You might not understand what I'm talking about. But for the OGs that have been playing 2K for the last 5 years plus, they'll know what I'm talking about, okay? So just bear with me, please. Before I start diving into what I would specifically do for the My Career in 2K21, let's go back and reflect on how the past 3 2K's My Career storylines have been, okay? Let's start with 2K18, okay? Because that's when My Career started to go downhill and no one found it fun anymore. First of all, in 2K18, you couldn't even skip cutscenes, but that's not what this video is all about. But in 2K18, you had a storyline, right? The storyline in 2K18 was basically you go to this Jordan Proving Ground with a bunch of other people. And by the way, before 2K18, you start and pick your own team, which made zero sense. Again, 2K, I'm trying to get back to realism here. And NBA rookies in real life do not get to pick the team they want, okay? That's not how real basketball works. But so in 2K18, you go to the Jordan Proving Ground right after you pick your team. And then magically after that, your favorite team's general manager surprisingly and shockingly shows up and tries to sign you. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, 2K. Yeah, because an NBA rookie gets to his favorite team, right? No, that's not how it works in real life. In real life, the teams that were trashed the year before, the top 3 worst teams from the year before, get the best picks. Your My Career player can't magically be on the best team in the world. Now, in 2K19, the story got a little bit better, and you could skip cutscenes now, thankfully. And it was much better than 2K18. You know, you got to play overseas because you went undrafted. And then eventually you move on to the Fort Wayne Mad Ants and the G League. The storyline made sense. You see, in 2K19, what didn't make sense was the teams you played and that one game in the prelude where you faced a whole team of NBA All-Stars that made zero sense at all. That would never happen in real life, most likely. And then we have 2K20, which, again, just like 2K19, it made a little more sense than 2K18, and it was a little realistic. And they had the draft combine, they added it finally. But here's the thing, right? Once again, you have this issue where you pick any team you want to go on, okay? That, once again, does not make any sense. It happened again. Your My player was drafted by supposedly the best team, because why wouldn't you choose the best team to go on, like the Lakers or the Rockets? Because those are the best teams to be on in My Career in 2K20. Why not pick them? Alright, so now let's get into what I would do for the My Career storyline in 2K21. First off, let's start with the damn shoe deals, okay? Because for the last few years, shoe deals have not made any sort of difference in your My Career story. It made no sense the last few years. I mean, for God's sake, for the past few years, you just get a shoe deal before you get to the league. Before you get to the league, okay? How often does that happen in real life, okay? It doesn't happen that often. Don't you want to see the player play a little bit? Again, you're just throwing shoe deals right at us, and you don't give us any benefit either. At least in 2K17, and in this video later on, I'm going to be referencing 2K17 a lot, and 2K16. In 2K17, when you got a shoe deal, guaranteed free shoes. So that's what I would do for the shoe deals, okay? I wouldn't just throw them at us, 2K. I would make us play at least 1 to 2 seasons before we even get mentioned for a possible shoe deal. And then, on top of that, give us our actual shoes for free that we signed the shoe deal with. The next part of the My Career story that I would do is I would hire a couple people to come produce the My Career storyline to help me, okay? And I'm talking bringing back Spike Lee. That's right, you heard me right. Spike Lee, the man who directed the best 2K storyline, 2K16 we've ever seen, okay? And I know he's kind of getting up there in age, but, and again, this might be a little bit of fantasy world because 2K will never follow my advice, but I would hire Spike Lee to come back and produce the storyline. First order of business would be stop letting us choose any team we want or a favorite team to go start our career with, okay? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't happen in real life, okay? In real life, the worst teams get the best pick, okay? So if your my player is a top 3 pick, your player should get drafted by a trash team. Like, I'm sorry. You see, one thing 2K has really dropped the ball with the last couple years are branching storylines, okay? And if you don't know what a branching storyline is, it's basically when you have several choices to choose from, and each choice leads to a different pathway. I hope you all know where I'm going with this, okay? Every choice you pick should lead to a different path. A perfect example would be from the 2K19 story mode, okay? In one of the cutscenes, when you're on the Mad Ants, one of your friends and teammates ask you if you want to go shoot rockets with him, and if you select no, you still end up going with him, okay? That's a terrible branching storyline because it means that even if you select no and don't want to go with your friend to do that, 2K still makes you go with him. Like, that's not even a good branching storyline. It proves that it's kind of lazy. So with the branching storylines in mind, keep this in mind, okay? I think we should be able to choose whether we play high school and college, right? We should choose whether we play high school and college. And we should also be able to choose how long we play there for. We should be allowed to choose how many years we want to play in high school and how many years we want to play in college. Do you want to play college for 1 year and then go to the draft? Or do you want to play college for 4 years? And I'm talking changing it up a little bit, okay? I'm talking full seasons, okay? Full seasons. I know that might be a little extreme for y'all, but I think it would be a pretty good idea, and it would be different from most of the 2Ks. Now let's talk about what could happen if you possibly underperform and don't perform the way that NBA scouts want you to, okay? I say if you don't perform well, right, and you underperform, you should have to have a choice to go to either the G League or go overseas, okay? You shouldn't automatically go in the draft if you don't exceed to people's expectations, okay? If you perform like garbage, you should have to go overseas or go to the G League. And for y'all that might be thinking if you could still get badges and grind overall, yes, you would still be able to during these modes. Like, let's say you went overseas, yes, you would still be able to grind badges. But this Mycareer storyline is about making Mycareer fun again, okay? I'm trying to make it fun. And there are still some people that like to play Mycareer to see the story, okay? It's not that big, but some people still like seeing the Mycareer story. So yes, you could still grind your overall while playing in these leagues, but this storyline is mainly for those who want a really, really good and realistic storyline. Now let's move on to what happens if you are good enough to make the NBA draft, okay? And right now I'm about to reference 2K17 a lot, so just bear with me, okay? So here's where I believe 2K19 and 2K20 missed the ball with the Mycareer storyline, okay, in the draft, is when you get drafted in 2K20, and your my player goes to, once again, you can pick your team that you want to go to, and you can pick whatever team you want. Well, when you go in the draft, like, nothing changed, okay? If Zion Williamson went to the Pelicans in real life, in the game, he also went to the Pelicans, okay? I don't really know why, and I don't think that really makes sense, okay? And here's why. See, our my player being in the NBA, right, and having your own Mycareer storyline and being in the league, that most likely means it's like an alternate reality type thing, right? It's like you're in a different reality. So wouldn't that mean that changes are made, both small and large changes? So this is where I reference 2K17, alright? In 2K17, if you were good enough to get drafted as a top 3 pick, okay? Let's say you got selected by the Celtics, okay? Because in 2K17, that was when Jaylen Brown in real life got drafted by the Celtics, okay? Well, in 2K17, if you got drafted by the Celtics, the rookies on the Celtics would be you, Justice Young, and Denver Levins, okay? Jaylen Brown would not be on the Celtics in the game. You see what I mean? So because your my player got drafted by, and the example I'm using is the Celtics, like I just mentioned, if you got selected number 3 by the Celtics, that changed the whole draft selection board, okay? And instead of Jaylen Brown going to the Celtics, he got selected 1 or 2 by Sacramento or the Lakers, making those other picks different as well. In 2K20, if you were drafted first by the Pelicans, Zion Williamson was still on your team, okay? I don't think that correlates to real life, and it doesn't really make as much sense. So I want the NBA draft in 2K to actually mean something, okay? And make it so you have to work for being a top pick and going through the whole process. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this video. I pretty much wanted to cover what I would make the Mycareer storyline. Let me know what y'all think, man. I appreciate anyone who watched this. Love you all. Please like, comment, and sub if you like this video. It's been your boy Nick Ruiz, and I'm out for now. Peace.